What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this?
Hey everyone, so this is going to be a quick, easy eyebrow tutorial video only on eyebrows. I'm going to show you the different ways that I do my eyebrows and the different products that I use and what I think about each as well. One thing about eyebrows is you may start out doing it one way and you end up changing your the way you do it based on what's going on, what trends, what you see works for you. So the way I started out doing eyebrows was crazy, but everything was a learning experience. So I'm gonna go over the products that I generally like to use first, and then I'm gonna go into what I use each of them for. It's not that many of them, so let's get started. So the first product I'm gonna show you is this e.l.f. eyebrow kit, which is this right here. It is a eyebrow kit in medium. It does come in a lighter color. Honestly, when I bought this was when I was really trying to like figure out my eyebrows. However, it only comes with like a wax like this, and it comes with a powder over here. As you can see, I only buy this literally just to use the wax. I don't use the powder whatsoever. So what I do with this is this is one of the products I use when I want to do a quick eyebrow just to go. The other thing that I use is the ABH brow powder in Ebony, as everyone probably knows. And this is the color that I use for myself, and most people this works for. I generally don't really dip into the darker color, but I do every now and then, depending if I really want to put my eyebrow like extremely on fleek. But we're only going to use this today to show you an easy way of doing your eyebrows as opposed to like a really made up way. And then another thing that I've recently started using, and it's because I got it as a sample in Ulta, is the Benefit Brow. This is Gimme Brow. Oh, that's all it says. It's a brow volumizing fiber gel. I did my eyebrows already when I used this, and then I put it over the eyebrow after. And I basically, it just gave it like, it enhanced the eyebrow just a bit, you know, and it kind of brushed out the hairs while adding a little product as well. So I do like that. It comes with like a little brush like this, so it's really, really easy to use. Like I said, I don't use this that often, but it is becoming something that I'm starting to like. Okay, so now let's go on to the pencils. So when it comes to pencils, I use the ABH Brow Wiz, which is in the color dark brown. And then I also use, every now and then when I'm in the mood, I use the MAC, and it's completely rubbed out. I had this for quite some time. I have no idea what color this would be, but this is the MAC eyebrow pencil. It's like a dark brown color. I'm not sure what the name is. And then the last thing I use is the WINKY Luxe, which I got in a BoxyCharm box. It's supposed to be a universal eyebrow pencil, which I think I've talked about in a couple other videos. The one thing I like about this is like it almost gives me that waxiness that I get from the e.l.f. kit on a pencil. So this really creates a natural look in my eyes. So this might be one of the pencils that you can use when you're trying to just kind of fill your eyebrows in and go, you know. And then the last product that I definitely use when it comes to doing my eyebrows is a concealer that is really close to my skin shade. Not exactly my skin color, but close enough. And this is the one from MAC. It's the NW45 Studio Finish Concealer. I like to use the MAC concealer for some reason when it comes to my eyebrows, because it just, when it comes to doing like a natural brow, because it's the right consistency. It's not too watery, it's not too super thick. It's the right consistency. So let's begin. Okay. We are super close to my face right now, but that is okay. So we're gonna start off with the e.l.f. brow kit. All right, let's see. I should have had my brushes already ready. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually using some e.l.f. concealer brush. This is what it looks like. Sorry if the light's a little bright. This is what I'm going to use. It's a synthetic hair. It's small enough to fit in the area. One thing about when you're doing your eyebrows, you want to get a brush that actually fits the area of your brow. You don't want to get something too big that's going to go out and give you a lot of work. I'm going to get my spoolie, which is definitely needed. So generally what I do is I brush my eyebrows up. And the techniques I'm doing is based on my brow. Okay, I have a little hair. I don't have super thick brow hairs, but I don't have like none at all either. So I do have some hair to work with. So if you have hair to work with, even if it's thin, this is gonna be great for you. If you don't have any hair at all, there's one product I didn't show you, which was the ABH brow gel. Hold on, dip brow pomade. This is what I did not show. I don't generally use it that often. It's very strong, but if you have no brow, this is something that you can use to start off with. But I'll have to tackle that in another video because, and maybe I can look for someone, I can do it on somebody else, just to give it a better example. Right now, I'm going to show you my quick, easy ways of doing it on myself, and that's not obviously a quick way, okay? So what I do is I basically brush my eyebrows up, and I dip it inside of the gel, which is like damn near done, but there's still some in the corners. And I brush in the gel going in the direction of my hair. I don't start in the beginning, as you probably hear from everyone who shows an eyebrow tutorial. I basically use all of the gel that I just put on the brush, and I use it throughout the whole eyebrow. When I get to the front, I start to brush upwards. If you go a little bit down, it's okay, because you're going to clean it up with the concealer. The concealer is what's going to make your eyebrow now become something. So basically, I'm just brushing it up. And because I'm showing you guys, it's probably going to not be as quick, but you can see how quickly my eyebrows is already pretty much filled in enough, giving it a natural look. And if you look at the difference between this eyebrow and that one, you can already see that there's a shape taking place. Okay, brush that up so it don't look too bad. So basically, I just use that product. This is not something that's gonna add a lot of color. So if I see areas that's sparse, I'm not gonna go back in, because trust me, it's not gonna make a very, very big difference. So what I'm doing right now is basically getting the product where I need it to be. Okay, so once that's set up, and this is just like keeping your eyebrows in place in the way that you just brushed it. So once I'm done with that, I move on to my concealer. I don't know how quicker this can get, to be honest with you. Like I said, this is something I do when I want a no makeup look. When I want a look that is basically not makeup inspired. Like, I don't want somebody to look at my face and think that my face looks undone, like I did half of my makeup. Okay, so I'm using a flat brush. This is the brush I'm using. And I'm just gonna dip it in on the top lightly, not thick. You don't need a lot. You're just cleaning it up, and you don't want it to be strong. And I'm just going to start. If you have a heavy hand, I recommend starting in the middle of the brow, and then working your way to the front last. That way, by the time you get to the front, there's not that much product left on it. So this is all I'm doing. That's it, okay? And if I'm feeling fancy, I'll go on top as well too. And just go on top directly above the eyebrow. Don't go into the eyebrow, just go directly above it. At the end of the day, you want the eyebrow to be your shape. You don't want to create a whole completely different shape. Everybody has a shape to their eyebrow, so you have to just see it. Once you brush it up, you can see your shape. Just follow the shape of your eyebrow. The only thing you fill in is areas that it's missing the hair, or the hair is extremely light. That's it, but you'll be able to see it. Everybody has their own unique shape. So I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to blend it out. Normally I do a tap tap motion, but this is not that type of look. This is a natural look, so I'm blending it out from the bottom. And I'm kind of like dabbing it in, but not really. I'm kind of swiping a little bit, but not swiping strong, you know, because you still want the product to still do the job. Okay, so I'm just going in, and I am just blending out that concealer. And we're going to do the same thing for the top as well. So, if you look at my eyebrow, it looks done compared to that one, but at the same time, it doesn't look done as in I need to do my makeup on my face now. I can actually go outside like this. One thing I like to do is I like to take the same brush, I just cleaned it off, and I like to brush the hairs a little bit forward, like this, just so you can see the hairs, you know, and that it doesn't look too shaped like that. So I kind of brush my hairs forward a little bit just in the front, especially when you don't have much eyebrows. When you do this, because most people do have hairs here, when you do this, it kind of lets people see that you have hair, and so it doesn't look too crazy. So we're just gonna do that, and we're done. If you ever feel like, okay, I took off too much, you can take a pencil and you can just go in the area that you feel like very lightly and fill that back in if you feel like you need to do that. Like, but with the eyebrows, where my eyebrows are now, I wouldn't do that. I'm satisfied with this. This I will go to work with just like this with no makeup on, maybe a tinted moisturizer on my face, and that's it. So that is the first look for the eyebrow. So I'm gonna clean this off and I'm gonna do using the brow powder. By the way, the rest of the video I'm just gonna do a talk through because you kind of understand my method. So the rest I'm just gonna do a talk through. Okay, so we're starting out with the angled brush. This one is the Anastasia for Beverly Hills brush that is specifically for the eyebrows, and I am going in the same direction. I'm brushing my hairs up and lining underneath it. I'm creating a foundation first with this one, and then I'm gonna go on top and repeat as well. I'm gonna brush my hairs down, and then I'm going to also line the top. When you do this technique, you can actually see the shape of your brow. Everyone doesn't have the same brow. Everyone has their own unique shape brow. And so once you complete this step, you just start to fill it in the direction of the hair growth. And you want to fill it in from the darkest area, which is the middle, to the end, to the tail, and then you use the remainder of the product and you bring it to the front area, because you should go from light to dark, because naturally our brows generally tend to look like that. So that is the goal. I am flicking the brush in the opposite way so that it creates little hair strokes in the front. This also creates a natural look, and with more practice you can definitely be able to create do this very quickly. This is an added step. You don't have to do this. This is where I am just now adding the Benefit Brown top just to really give it that slick look. So just a heads up with the pencil, it can go on a little strong, as you will see when I am done. So very lightly fill it in if you want it to look more natural, because I realized towards the end it looks a little bit too strong. So all you have to do is just lightly fill it in and not go as heavy as I mistakenly did in this video. Also, I did not include the steps where I conceal because I've already shown you in the very beginning of the video, but it's the same process that I did, so that way we can make this video not as long. So this, using the Winky Lux, I did not create a foundation like I did with the other two. I just went right in and started to fill in where I knew the gaps were at, because this pencil is not like a very pointy pencil. It's not going to be as easy to create lines with it. It's really just good for shading in. And as you can see, the brown color is not strong. So it's like, you don't have to be afraid of putting on too much. So this is probably going to be the most natural look besides the e.l.f. Eyebrow kit look. Okay, so I'm back. So I did my other eyebrow with the Winky Luxe pencil just to complete both my eyebrows, and so you guys could see how my eyebrows look without my makeup on. So as a quick recap, I basically did 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways of how you can do your eyebrows based on an everyday look. So this is not necessarily how I would do my eyebrows if I was doing a full-on glam look. It might be close to this, just the concealer might be a little different because I might want more of my eyebrow to look more crisp. But when it comes to everyday, you want it to look natural. You want it to look like you don't need to do the rest of your makeup, basically. Whenever your eyebrows look like you need to do the rest of your makeup, it's too strong, okay? So thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something new. And if you have any suggestions or any comments, you can leave them down below. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. That is very important. And I look forward to bringing you guys more videos on my channel. My goal is 1 video a week and then hopefully 2 videos a week. The more engagement I get, the more I feel motivated. I'm still going to post my videos no matter what, but please definitely show your love and let me know how you guys like the videos and what you would like to see next. This was a special request from one of my good friends, Andrea. She made a suggestion. She said, you know, she would love to see how to do eyebrows, and so I made this video really specifically for her and for anybody else who would like to know different ways to do your eyebrows, especially if you're busy and you don't have a lot of time. All right, guys.